Young and the Restless's vandals and updates revealed that things would continue to get worse between Victoria Newman and Adam Newman, but with a shocking shock. If our internal CBS source is accurate and regular insiders, then Victoria is about to let Adam run away to make money in the villain. Victoria's life is a series of ups and downs, both personal and professional. Let's face it, she can't hold a man and she can't hold her place on the big chair at Newman Enterprises. Every time she got a warm seat, her father, Victor Newman, pulled it out of her body and gave it to others. That could be about to change if the show takes her character in a completely different direction, which is what our sources are rumbling so far. And hatred, but mainly on the opposite side of the fence. He was on the shitty side and she was on the sunny side. He is a dark man and she is a kind of book. Perhaps it's time to stir the pot and give Victor two demons, not just one? Victoria is due to a midlife crisis. She chased Billy Abbott for the 11th time and our sources show that they ended with once and for all. She must always be a good girl to his bad boy, but that dynamism no longer exists. Besides, does playing nice ever get her, especially at work? Victor admires this cruelty and the truth can finally come to her, giving her the incentive to throw away the last pair. Don't be surprised to see Victoria and Adam develop a relationship. New and different system. It can be one based on mutual greed, hatred and desire for power. Are you ready for new Victoria Y&R fans? Young and the Restless's updates are hot this week because CBS has a week on topics related to happy couples Paul Williams and Christine Blair Williams. The couple went through many ups and downs in their relationship, but today they have been happily married and have been for some time. Flashback will give you a glimpse of their lives, and here we have collected some important facts about Paul that you will want to know as you enjoy the encore episodes this week. Here are 6 things you need to know about Paul Williams. Today, Paul is married to Christine for what has created life on soap for years. He continued to work at the Genève City Police Department and for a time seemed to be usurped by an emerging young man, Ray Rosales. When Paul removed Ray's badge from him, many fans were thrilled to see Ray occupy Paul's unfair position. Until a short time ago, Christine's wife had served as DA. What next for Paul and Christine? Fans don't see many of them these days, so it was great to air their whole week. It's hard to know what TPTB means to this couple. Do you have any story you'd like to see them participate in? Ready to kick off this incredible romance week, the producers will throw it back on September 21, 1994, and Kindness, Paul Williams and Christine Blair. To be honest, they have always looked incredible. In this episode, Paul fell on one knee. And so the romance began. Paul had a difficult trip with the women of Geneva. Most recently his love affair with Lauren Fenmore, but that quickly dissipated. Now that he has found Christine, it seems like a match was made in heaven. So you bought a ring, but she feels that way? Christine was completely speechless when Paul proposed. Do these people have no quick debris before they kneel? Like, hey, I think I want to get married? How was she so shocked? Meanwhile, Victoria was naked to take pictures for the magazine. Her husband, Cole, was not too moved by the beautiful daughter Newman topless to take pictures. Although Cole was sad about the photo shoot, Ryan's eyes turned away. I thought Victoria was a little silly and then she did this. Perhaps he was too quick to give up on her. So, how did Ryan react to his ex? Apparently, he bought the magazine and hid it in his office. However, his wife, Nina, found it. Needless to say, it is not good for the couple. Bad call, Ryan. Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, is celebrating her birthday with ex-lover Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow. He suggested they have a comfortable pool party. The two ex-lovers have moved away, but they can be half naked at the pool on her birthday with absolutely no stress. We should be honest, has Brittany Sarpy's breath been done? And I'm not just talking about Bryton James. I am talking about everyone in general. The beautiful actress took part in the action last year as the notorious Dr. Elena Dawson. Although she had just arrived in Geneva, Sarpy was no stranger to soap opera. In fact, she released her first play as a police officer at the General Hospital. Sarpy did a recent interview with CBS Watch magazine about her first day on set with the Young and Nonstop team, which was great. It's familiar that I already know a few people there. When I got there, I saw Cameron Grimes, whom I have done some charitable work for over the past 2 years. I see Jason Thomspin, the person I work with General Hospital. And Melissa Ordway, who I did a project with 9 years ago. Sarpy continued, after my first day on set, the entire cast and crew gave me a round of applause. I thought it was the sweetest, most beautiful thing ever. I thought that would be the sign of my time there, and it was. Sarpy stumbles across Bryden James, who plays Devon Hamilton. Just before she went to the audition, I showed up to check my screen and I didn't know where to park. That was just the beginning of me getting lost at CBS. And Bryden happened to be the one I asked for help. I didn't know he was the one I was going to check the screen until we went upstairs. We laughed and only had great chemistry and became fast friends. Spoiler alert, the two quickly became more friends, as they are now fostering an off-screen romance and recently celebrated their 1 year of dating. Y&R actors are preparing to test Conv to prepare to return to work. However, we are also going on the weekend, so it makes no sense to continue sooner. As of now, it's the target filming day for July 6th. But will it happen? Young and the Restless can spin later, or they can push back in July. But, because the Bold and Beautiful Sisters soap continues to film, that's a good sign. Of course, Y&R remains silent on the official channels when returning to work. Perhaps they didn't want to excite Young and Restless fans with the false hope if it turned out that their filming plan wasn't going as they wanted. Currently, we are optimistic based on everything we hear from our sources backstage at CBS during the day. Our sources tell us the 3 characters we will look forward to meeting first on Young and the Restless. One is Adam Newman. Another is brother Nick Newman, and the last one is Sharon Newman. Finally, we heard Young and the Restless record Adam learning Sharon about cancer. Those scenes are overdue, according to most fans. Undoubtedly, Nick did not want Adam to relate to their ex. Instead, Nick wants Adam to go away. Another concern with continuing filming at Young and the Restless is to delay important actor groups. Don't expect kids on the set early. Official guidelines showed to restrict children about social distance concerns. Another is certain older actors, among them Eric Braeden as Victor Newman. Assuming Y&R returns to work on July 6th, as we have heard, when will the new episodes air on CBS? A good benchmark is to look at B&B. In a recent interview, host Bradley Bell suggested that it could be the end of the summer before the new Bold episode airs, August or September. That was after they started filming in mid-June. So, if Young and the Restless starts back in early to mid-July, it could be a month later before Y&R airs. That indicates September or October for the second CBS soap. And one last question is whether CBS will hold new B&B episodes of the day until Young and the Restless is ready and continue to broadcast new episodes of both shows at the same time. We will update you here as new information leaks about when the Y&R broadcasts. Fans of Christine Blair Williams and Paul Williams will be glued to television this week when their favorite couple appear for a week of flashbacks. The process of true love is not always smooth for Christine and Paul. They had a small roller coaster life even though they were happily married for many years. Young and the Restless's summary for Tuesday, June 30th has an episode from December 14, 1994. It's part of Christine and Paul week. Except that Paul was hardly in it. This episode is about his mother, Mary, who likes to party. Also at the party were Drew, who had a much more interesting secret, Chris's naughty party toy. Meanwhile, Nikki and Victor have a political discussion, while John and Jack play politics with Jill. Paul's mother Mary ruined the shower of the bride Christine. The women are beaten because now they must have their best behavior. Unable to get mad, they focused on Drew not drinking and she admitted she was pregnant. She does not, however, admit that the baby's paternity is problematic. Jill plans to take his little Billy and move to Los Angeles, the further away from his father, John, the better. But John and Jack will not let this saboteur go anywhere beyond their jurisdiction. It was the day of Christine and the wedding of Paul, and the couple crossed the moon for their simple coolness. But first, it's prenup time. What kind of lawyer would Christine be if she didn't strengthen her future with dotted lines and signatures? Few know that this will be their last peaceful moment in quite a long time. There is a car outside the office and the driver behind wants at least one of them to leave forever. Jack To is a man in love, this time with Luan. He abandoned his fiancée, Marijo, just a few days ago and is planning to take Luan on holiday in the Caribbean. Why not? They went too far apart. Do not think that MJ will take this lightly. She wanted Jack and even refused to remove his ring. If she makes her way, Jack will be hers before they know it. They are playing Jill with both LA job offers and Billy's custody. In the end, she would have to choose. And they bet she will be honest with herself and make money before the child any day of the week. The Young and the Restless, Year, airs weekdays on CBS. Check your local listings for airtime.